The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
All right, Alan Warren, the RV wingman, the guy who some believe has either some inside information about Camping World or has an uncanny sixth sense. Before we jump into the segment, I want to do a special wingman shout out to Mr. Jason Shipley, who catches the RV Show USA every chance he gets. Jason's got a really cool job title on LinkedIn. You know what it is? Get this. Executive Problem Solver at Camping World. That's what it says, Executive Problem Solver at Camping World. I think it's kind of fitting because that's what I want to talk with you about is Camping World. You may recall how I did a spur-of-the-moment Facebook video last week and kind of a warning, if you will, to anybody who bought an RV through Camping World over the last 4 or 5 years. I did that video the day before their stock dropped like a cannonball, and Camping World stock price hit the lowest price ever, and it's continued to fall. Now, the whole point of the video was to warn folks who hold a Good Sam Extended Service Plan, or an ESP. Warn them, you're in jeopardy of losing your plan if, heaven forbid, Camping World were to somehow file bankruptcy protection. Because of the coronavirus, I'm going to give you the abbreviated version. Now, this is for anybody who has a Good Sam ESP that's less than 5 years old. Here's the deal. I don't know the exact number, but I'll just bet you 85% of every sale of every RV that Camping World has made in the last several years has included a Good Sam ESP, and most of those ESPs cost you several $1,000s. If life goes along great and Camping World somehow is able to stay in business, you should have nothing to worry about. But if for whatever reason Camping World continues to drop in value and they file for bankruptcy protection, you as a holder of a Good Sam ESP are screwed. If you have a Good Sam ESP and Camping World, for whatever reason, files bankruptcy, you will become an unsecured creditor. And as an unsecured creditor, the chances of you getting your money back of any prepaid premiums is pretty much zero. Now, the good news is that there is an out. You can cancel your ESP, get your money back for the unused portion of the premium that has most likely been wrapped up into your loan. When you bought your RV from Camping World, they most likely told you how great the Good Sam ESP was, right? They convinced you that only an idiot would not buy it. Am I right? Well, the fact is that Good Sam ESPs are a huge profit center for Camping World. Huge. They take a very, I believe, overpriced ESP, add it to your loan amount. The ESP may last for 5 years, but you're paying for it for 10, 12, 15, even 20 years. What Camping World does not want you to know is that you can actually get your money back. Most people don't know that, but it's true. If you're holding a Good Sam ESP, you can cancel it and get up to several $1,000s back. If you cancel your ESP the right way, they must give you a refund. They must, and they will give it to you. But if you don't know precisely how to cancel it, you will not see a penny. The good news is that we've created a PDF file that you can download with the exact instructions and forms that you're going to need to complete and exactly how to submit your notice of cancellation. And the link to the PDF is on our website, right there on the home page. All you need to do is click on the link and print it out. Once you complete the notice of cancellation, we're going to show you how to mail it, exactly who to mail it to. It may take as little as 6 weeks, up to 2 or even 3 months, but you will get a refund of the unused portion of your prepaid policy amount. Folks, I've told you this for the past year. I've told you my thoughts, shared my vision of the future of Camping World, and it has not improved. In fact, in my eyes, and considering the chaos of today's pandemic, I implore you, all Good Sam ESP holders, to at least think about what could happen. What likely will happen to your ESP if or when they decide to throw in the towel and file for bankruptcy protection. Your Good Sam ESP will be essentially worthless, and you'll become an unsecured creditor and will end up with nothing. Something else, if you think that the service is bad at Camping World now to get your RV repaired, well, believe me, it's going to get a whole lot worse if they do file for bankruptcy. I know there are some who listen to the show, maybe Jason Shipley, that say that I am an alarmist. They say that I hate Camping World. They say that I'm off my rocker. And that's fine. I say to ignore these warnings, to simply brush off everything that I've said for the past almost 2 years, to ignore everything that's going on around us, is about as smart as ignoring the health warnings that we've been receiving about COVID-19. Last word, for all holders of Good Sam ESP, if you want to protect yourself, if you want to get your money back, it's easy and it works. And keep in mind, you can always buy another ESP, a less expensive one if you want to. To download the PDF file of instructions on how to cancel your Good Sam ESP, go to thervshowusa.com. A link to the PDFs right there on the homepage. Click on it, print it out, and follow the instructions to the letter. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I want to share my thoughts about the pandemic. My thoughts, my opinions, well, they're just, they're like yours. They're based on experience and my perspective, which we all have our own opinions. And these are just my thoughts. First off, to ignore the coronavirus, to ignore that it's real, and to not listen to common sense is simply being stupid. In fact, it's putting your health at risk. In my eyes, considering all the chaos that's going on, you do not want to put your family at risk. Don't put anybody else at risk. One of the things that makes me sad is to see people that seem to be oblivious to the things that are right in front of them. A friend told me a long time ago, he said, "Hey, wingman, don't yell at a blind person for not being able to see. Take them by the hand. Lead them to safety. If you camp an RV, you are most likely infinitely better prepared to deal with the consequences of COVID-19 than those who don't camp an RV. Even if things get better right away and we find out that this is all to do about nothing, being prepared for disasters is absolutely one of the most important things you can do for yourself and for your family. I want you to take just a second to do something. There is somebody that can help you. There is. They don't have all the answers, but they care about you. They do. They want you to stay safe. This person can not only be your best friend, but they can also be your worst enemy. It's not the government. It's not your spouse. It's not your friends that you're thinking about. It's a person you see when you look in the mirror. That's the person you need to count on. That is the person that has common sense. It may not be a lot of common sense, but it could be a boatload of it too. But that person in the mirror is going to save you. That person is going to help you and your family to either get through this or not. I'm not trying to minimize the severity of this pandemic, but I'm not trying to create or fertilize those who are acting paranoid either. I don't want to get religious on anybody, but inside that person that you see in the mirror lives something else. It's the Spirit of Jesus Christ, or the Spirit of whoever you believe your Lord is. I think it's a good time to listen to that Spirit, to stay calm, accept responsibility, to love your neighbor, to protect your family, to not act like some idiot when the mob gets ugly. And folks, I think it might get ugly, really. You are tougher than you think. You are smarter than you think. You are more capable of making good decisions than you think. You can get through this. We will get through this. Will it be easy? No way. Will there be pain and sacrifice, discomfort? Absolutely. I suggest that we all remain calm. We draw our families and loved ones near. We listen to each other, comfort each other. We take action. Not the kind of action of joining the mob and raiding the shelves at the grocery store either, but to make logical, rational decisions to stay safe and protect the ones you love, and to do your part in fighting this pandemic. If you are able, consider escaping to an uncrowded campground. Consider being outdoors more. And remember, the best possible course of action that you can take can be found in the Spirit that lives inside the person that you see when you look in the mirror. My overall belief is that when we beat this COVID-19 thing, we will not only be stronger, not only will the stock market rebound, not only will people return to work, but that all of us will have a new sense. We have learned some valuable lessons maybe about life, about the importance of being prepared, the importance of being close with family and folks we love. And that I guess that hopefully we will see a cultural change too, because in my view, I think our culture does need to make some changes, and I think that this may be our wake-up call that brings us all closer together. Again, it's not going to be easy. It will be painful. Your best friend, your worst enemy is right in front of you. It's the person you see when you look in the mirror. Be smart, be calm, be rational, be thoughtful, be helpful. Thank you so much for listening to this monologue, for listening to the show. I appreciate it so much. Until next time, I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, reminding you, be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. We are going to be okay, everybody. I promise you, we will be. So long, everybody.
The